Today I'm going to show you how to prepare a very easy recipe using flaked flat flour, which is this one here, sardines, and also using sardines, which I'm going to use in tomato sauce, but you can also use the ones in oil. To start, I've already taken my fish, placed it here on this plate, cleaned it, and with the help of a small fork, I'm going to mash all my sardines until they look like this, like paste like this here, like a paste like this. I'm also going to add corn, 2 tablespoons of corn. It's also up to you. You can add it if you want or not. A little oregano, which can also be your favorite seasoning. The good thing about this recipe is that we can play around with ingredients we already have at home. And if you'd like, you can also add tomatoes, peas. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. I'm going to add a little more tomato sauce here so that it has a nicer color. Mine is tomato sauce, okay? If yours is oil-based, then you can add a little more tomato sauce and let's set it aside. In a bowl, I'm going to add half a cup of my cornmeal flakes. My cup is 250 ml. And here I have water. I'm going to add the water little by little until I notice that my cornmeal flakes are hydrated. So I always like to add it. There's no exact measurement. I will be adding and mixing, adding a little more until I see that all this flour is properly moistened. All right. As a matter of fact, we can tell it's nicely hydrated, adequately moistened, because when we look at the bottom of our dish, we see a little bit of water, just like this. So it's ready. I'm going to let it hydrate for 5 minutes now. After 5 minutes, I'm going to come here, add salt to taste, and an egg. If you want, you can also double the recipe to make a larger quantity. Stir to mix everything very well. See, it's gonna be like this, see, quite liquid, like a very soft paste. And now I'm going to add my last ingredient, which is half a teaspoon of baking powder for cakes. And I mix it again. Our batter is ready. I'll show you the texture. See, very moist. I take a frying pan and grease it with plenty of oil so it doesn't stick to the bottom or sides. This frying pan I'm using is 20 centimeters. If you're going to double the recipe, make a slightly larger pan. Hint. I'm going to divide my batter in half. Put half in and spread it out well. Spread it out well. The more spread out, the better. And then just arrange it like this with a fork. You can also use a spoon. We arrange it like this on the side so that it's nice and round. Now I'm going to add my filling and spread it. Oh, like this, see? It's very important that you observe in the video that I don't put the filling on the edges of this batter. I ensure there's roughly a 0.5 centimeter strip of dough peeking out around the filling. This is to prevent the filling from spilling out during the baking. The process. Finally, I add the rest of my cornflake, the remaining dough, and I'll cover all the filling. This combination of cornmeal and sardines is perfect. And now in the comments, tell me what filling you would use for the inside of this recipe. Now take advantage and let me know which city you are watching me from so I can know how far my video reached. I finished my pie here. I've already arranged the edges to make it look nice. And here on the stove, I always like to put one rack on top of another to elevate a pan and prevent burning on the bottom. I turn on the stove and leave it at a very low temperature. I put my pan here, cover it, and leave it for about 7 minutes. At that point, notice how I grab another frying pan here, making it much easier to turn later. I'm going to put it like this here, see? And I just flip it over without making any mess, and it comes out super neat and pretty. And then just leave it for another 2 minutes to bake. And here we have our pie. Look how beautiful it is. I'm going to cut it to show you what it looks like inside. And you saw that it's a very easy recipe to make and very quick too. It uses few ingredients and is ready in just a few minutes. So it's a perfect recipe for an afternoon snack or even for lunch or dinner too. Look at this, guys. What a beautiful pie it is. It looks super pretty, and I also guarantee you that it's super delicious, super creamy. Perfect. If you've made it this far, don't forget to leave your like and also subscribe to the channel if you